Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England. Yeah, can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, banku, wache, dollar, Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom. London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
People, I'm May Queen and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079 61 248 834 or email dan@gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
The best radio show all around the world.
Broadcasting live online. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Smile though your heart is aching.
Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
All right, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Thursday edition of the morning show, where I still remain your one and only
This is the morning show with Archie.
But let me welcome you all to this morning's program. It's going to be a smasher of a program wherever you are. Don't touch the dial. Continue to keep your dials logged on Starr Radio UK, because we'll be bringing you everything from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. As I say on this platform, it's making the headlines. But rest assured of one thing, I'll bring it to the fore. But let me take this opportunity to say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Thank you very much. He makes sure that everything is set up, everything is moving perfectly. So you say that everything is gone out, that he's the one. Once he takes the praise, he has to take the fall when it comes in there, right? Okay, Francis, good morning once again to you. Let me say good morning to our money man, Mr. Dan Chabere, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services. As you saw on this platform, for all your accounting issues or measures, make sure you are saying to it, and that you send it all to GIL Accountancy Services, and they will deal with you or sort it out for you. Let me say good morning also to no other one but Felix all the way in Aberdeen. Kojo, good morning to you. Good morning. Yeah, Atakovi, it's been a while. I hope you are doing very, very well. And to the chief of our chairman, Niana Najo, massive good morning to you all there as well. And let me say good morning to Eben, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa, and good morning to Antonio as well, and your lovely wife back home. Yes, massive good morning to you all there. May I take this opportunity once again to say good morning to Mr. Laimi Koiki, KB Botsman, Vicky Newton, and Mr. Frank Davis, Reverend Emmanuel Sechidi. Massive good morning to you, and my own Zongo man Alex. I hope you are doing very, very well. Massive good morning to you all there as well. And may I take this opportunity to also say good morning to all of you who follow us live on the Koiki Media platforms, Yoruba Nation platform, and United States of Biafra platforms. Wherever you are this morning, once again, welcome to the Starr Radio UK Morning Show, the Thursday edition. All right, so by word program, I'm going to bring the quote for the day, the weather forecast to follow suit, then travel update will continue from there, and we'll bring you or take you global trusting, where we bring you tidbits of what is happening across the globe. Then after that, we'll bring you the details of all the headlines that we'll be touching on. We continue from there, and exactly at the 11:45, the line is activated for you to add your voice to the discussions. Then we'll continue when the topics are exhausted. Hopefully before 1 o'clock, we'll bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So now, that's what's going to happen, right? All right then. But do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones, and invite them all to like our pages as well. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. May I take this opportunity to also say good morning to Professor Banji Akintoye, Chief Dr. Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. I hope you are all doing very, very well. I salute you all. All right then. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 10 minutes past the top of the hour. Let's crack on with the first bit of the program, the quote for the day. And it says, on the 7th of May, no success is without a struggle. No success is without a struggle. Do you believe, or do you think you can just chill and then the success will find you or come and just jump into your lap. You have to go find it. Well, all right then. Miracles do happen. I don't. Even that, you have to say, get up and go to the land to go and pick the manna. God didn't let the manna fall in their tents, did it? They had to get up and go to the fields to go and pick it up. So in the same vein, even if it's luck, you have to get up and do something. So don't rest on your OS and think things are going to be okay. Do something. Rise up and God will follow you. Right? Good one there. Okay, let's move on to the weather front. Well, interestingly, this morning I woke up early and then I was like, okay, is it going to be rainy? Is it going to be what? Well. Okay, just bear with us. Issues got it going on. Well, for London and southeastern part of England, there's going to be a mixture of rain and sunshine. Top temperature is going to be 16 degrees. The low is going to be 7 degrees. Pollen level is going to be low. UV level is going to be moderate. Pollution is going to be moderate as well. Sunset is going to be at 20:33 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 05:22 hours. Yes. So that is by way of the weather forecast. We cannot bring you any further details apart from that. But if you, wherever you are listening to us or watching us live this morning, the weather seems to be some kind of wavy and you want to share with us, feel free to do so. May I take this opportunity to say good morning to the new addition to the family, to the team here on Starr Radio UK, and that's no other person but May Queen, and I hope you are doing very, very well. And also, may I take this opportunity to say congratulations to our Papa, that's my spiritual father, the wife, my head pastor, and the wife, Apostle Henry Bruce and Mrs. Mary Bruce, on their 39th wedding anniversary. Wow. Not easy, man. Congratulations. You've done very, very well. And let me take this opportunity to say good morning to my lovely wife, Lottie. Hope you are doing very, very well. And you are chilling, right? Okay. Catch up later. All right then. So now let's move on. Mami Kwabia, good morning to you. I'll catch up with you later after the program there as well. All right. So now let's go to your travels. Let's see what is happening on your travels this morning as well as we go on. Well, on the underground this morning, the Bakerloo line is experiencing severe delays on the entire line. Due to an earlier faulty train at Elephant and Castle, tickets have been accepted on London buses, Thameslink and London Overground. Also, on the Central line, minor delays due to train cancellation. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service. London Overground, good service. DLR, London Tramlink, good services there. Let's come to the major roads in London. And let me tell you what is happening there. On the major roads in London, A12 is experiencing serious delays. That aside, all the others have no exceptional delays. The River Bus is running a good service. The London Cable Car, good service there as well. As we come to the final segment of the travel update, that is the National Rail. And let me say yes here. Keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as keep you navigated, I promise, our bond. So, Avanti West Coast, Cross Country, Gatwick Express, now Great Western Railway, Northern Rail, Southwestern Railway are all offering special services. Also, Southern, Thameslink, Trans-Pennine Express, and Transport for Wales special services. And that is why I'll say it once again as I normally will. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. We take a commercial break, we come back, and I'll take you global trotting. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Do you or anyone you know suffer with oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition where your body produces too many free radicals, which can damage cells and lead to health problems. Diseases caused by oxidative stress include heart disease, blood disorder, diabetes, arthritis, stroke, chronic fatigue, neurodegenerative disease, premature aging, autoimmune disorders, etc. Health is real wealth. Move, nourish, thrive. Need help? Call me for more information on +4 4 7 4 2 4489578.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Yes, sir. Fire on the mountain. And we are here to make sure we quench it all for you. Star Radio UK, the Thursday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, one and only Archie, and with me in the helm, I promise you one thing, that you get to your destination in peace and not in pieces. All right, so come along and let's take this journey. All right then. Okay, so stories making the rounds this morning in the UK front. Polls are opened. And in England, Scotland, and Wales for the biggest round of elections since 2024. We're going to be telling you more about all that as we continue. It's going to be quite an interesting one by close up. I mean, if you haven't voted, yes, voting closes at 10 p.m. and therefore, whatever thing that you are doing, find a time to be able to go and vote, because your vote is your power. You added your voice to the decision making. All right. 2 Britons self-isolating in UK after leaving hantavirus cruise ship. A British man is among 3 people evacuated from the ship, while 2 other Britons are self-isolating in the UK. Now the question is, this morning I was listening to a health expert who said they have to isolate up to about 45 days. 5 days, not 4 or 5. No, 45 days. But we don't know who they are. We don't know where they are. They said they are going to be monitoring them though. But do they have a support system where somebody can go out to go and get stuff for them? And are they living in a house where they got families? Or what? You catch my drift? That is how the COVID started. But we'll talk about that later. Now, woman covertly filmed for humiliating social media content, then told to pay. And then 7 Met officer and 4 ex-officers investigated for handling of Al-Fayed allegations. These are some of the stories making the round. Parents told, control your children or face fines and eviction. Well. What exactly is happening there? I'll be bringing you more on that front as the program goes on. It is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now we continue going to the US of A and looking at some of the stories making the rounds there. Trump hopes for an Iran peace deal come with caveats. There are signs of fresh momentum to end the war, but Trump himself has injected a note of caution. We are all following suit to see what is going to happen. The no-nonsense judge calling the shots in Musk versus Altman trial. We'll tell you more. A Turner media mogul who revolutionized TV news by launching CNN dies at 87. Well. Okay. And then U.S. and Russia fueling separatist debate in Canada. New report is saying President. Okay, now moving on to the Latin American area as well, as we bring you everything that you need to know from archaeology to zoology. Well. Okay. As we continue. Just bear with me as I get all these stories loaded. Now, Brazil's President Lula to discuss economy and security with Trump at White House, where they were nemesis, but now it looks like they are seeing things together, reading from the same hymn sheet. So maybe they'll be able to put their voices together and bring us some nice tune there. Okay, in Europe as well, what is happening there in Europe? Now, hantavirus hit cruise ship on a way to Canary Island after 3 evacuated. A British man is among 3 evacuees sent to the Netherlands after displaying symptoms while aboard MV Honduras. Ukraine is a global surrogacy hub, but that could be about to turn or to end And then Russia ignores unilateral ceasefire and attacks kindergarten. Oh boy. Enjoy the show. I ignore the war. Venice biennial faces backlash after including Russia. All right then. This is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, in Asia as well. Top BJP leader is shot dead in violence after India's state election. My heart is in a million pieces. Mother speaks at the vigil for a girl allegedly murdered in Outback. The death of the 5-year-old known as Komajayi little baby for cultural reasons has shocked Australia. Well, I told you the fate of that man. Oh boy. The Islamic State linked women arrive home in Australia from Syria. All right then. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we plod on, as my brother Felix will say. Okay, so on the African front, okay, before then, let's touch the Middle East and then we get to the African front. Iran considering U.S. proposal as Trump says war will be over quickly like that, and China calls for Strait to be reopened as soon as possible in Iran talks, and Israel strikes Beirut for first time since Hezbollah ceasefire. Okay, so those are some of the stories making the rounds there on the African. Okay, my apologies. On the African front, what have I got there for you? DR Congo's president hints at extending his term and delaying polls. If the people want me to have a third term, I will accept. Tshisekedi says with him due to step down in 2028. Well, I'll talk about that. That's what I say at times when it's like that and we don't have authorities or people around making sure that doesn't happen and something else happens. Then often baby hippo to be hand read by keepers at Kenya Sanctuary. And I can see the baby hippo lying by one of the caretakers in there. Interesting. All right then. Still on the African front, as we bring you everything that you need to know this morning. Cameroon, former House President Kavayi Yagui Jibril dies age 86. The longtime political figure and key supporter of President Paul Biya was Speaker of the National Assembly for a record 34 years. Rwanda, Botswana signed 6 cooperation deals, and Burkina Faso bans French TV channel over coverage of Mali attacks. Whether you ban them or not. Now, Ivory Coast dissolves Electoral Commission after opposition criticism. Well, the president incumbent now got whatever he wants and is doing whatever thing that he needs to do. So what do you think there? Let me say good morning to Mao Olodare, JP. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, sir. I hope you are doing very, very well. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London and to the whole country as well. Niger. Peter Obi, APC chairman. Yeah, you what that downplays massive defection to NDC. And more troubles for ex-governor Silva, a court order interim forfeiture of 9 properties. And Aisha Yusufu joins NDC, declares for FCT senatorial seat, and court grants El-Rufai access to medical treatment while in ICPC custody. There are some of the stories making the rounds in Nigeria, but I'm going to be bringing you details of it. Well, Ghana, UAE to deepen energy cooperation, explore oil storage and renewable transition. Those are some of the stories making the rounds there. And calls for accountability where national fight, not an NDC agenda. Hamza Suhuyini has said. But interestingly, there is much as it is, it's not a fight by a particular political party, but it's a national agenda. The issue is who has who has that power, or who loves or is yearning to make sure that that is done? That is a big question, but we'll see more about all that as the program goes on. This is Starr Radio UK, and thank you very much to each and every one of you who is joining on the program this morning. We're going to take a break, and once we come back, I will bring you all the details of the stories that is making the rounds. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Running a business or managing your personal...
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
Of the seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, dollar, Ghana dollar. Oh my God, Ama dollar. Name the food. When you come to Ama to eat, Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to exactly 11:30, where we bring you everything from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. If it's making the headlines, you rest assured of one thing, that we bring it to the fore. Okay, so we just crack on. So Polls have opened in England, Scotland, and Wales this morning. In Scotland and Wales, voters are deciding who will govern their country, with all seats in their national parliaments being contested. In England, voting is underway for about 5,000 seats across 136 councils, as well as 6 mayoral contests. Now, there are no elections in Northern Ireland until May 2027. Heading out to vote today, well, make sure you have your picture ID for the voting. But and then some handy tips. Use our code to look at where or who you can vote for, plus where. But I know by this time you know who you are going to be voting for. 6 mayoral elections also running, as I said. That includes 5 in London. That is Newham, Hackney, and Lewisham, and all of which have Labour mayors. Croydon, which has a Tory mayor, and Tower Hamlets, where there is an Aspire mayor. The only mayoral election outside London will take place in Watford, where there is currently a Liberal Democrat mayor. But who are you going to be voting for? It's going to be quite an interesting one. Now, more than 6 million Londoners are eligible to vote today. It is a big day in London. Home to more than a third of the seats of elections for elections in England today. There are votes being held in all 32 boroughs, and total of 1,817 councillors will be elected. And if you are eligible to vote in Croydon, Hackney, Lewisham, Newham, or Tower Hamlets, you get to vote for new mayors too. So note, when you are going there to go and vote, check it out. All right then, but who are you going to be voting for? Let me say good morning to Vicky Newton, who'll be standing in Addington, and then Newton Addington. Interesting, right? Good as a councillor. And then we have oh my goodness, the name is gone, but don't you worry. The Labour candidate for the mayoral position here in Croydon as well, who was a guest in one of our programs here on Starr Radio UK. So make sure you know who you are voting for. She had very good what do you call it? I don't want to say prospect, but good. She had very good things that she wanted to do for the borough. So hopefully that will go very well. Okay. I was trying to get the name of this person, but just bear with me. I'll get it. I need to get it because I need to acknowledge her. She did very good when she came in. Well. So who do I? Rowena. Yes, Rowena. Massive good morning to you there. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. And all the best. We hope that you are able to do so. All right then. When we become a mayor, you have to come back to us in the studio, right? All right then. So who are you going to be voting for? We have now, I mean, the main two parties who were making big headways, plus at times the Lib Dems who from time to time sneak in. Now we have got the Reform, we have got the Greens who seem to be making lots of waves. Who do you think the vote is going to be going for? Let us hear from you. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Here in London still, well, two British are self-isolating. Two British people are self-isolating at home in the UK after potential exposure to hantavirus in a cruise ship struck by the outbreak. The UK Health Security Agency has said they left their MV Handios at St. Helena in late April, flying back to the UK via Johannesburg. Neither had symptoms but contacted health officials when they heard of the ship's case. A 56-year-old British man is in a stable condition after being evacuated from the ship on Wednesday. He has been named as former police officer Martin Anstey. Now, 3 people have died on board after traveling on the ship which set sail from Argentina a month ago following the hantavirus outbreak. The British man was among 3 people evacuated from the ship on Wednesday to the Netherlands for treatment, operator Oceanwide Expeditions have said. Now, Auntie's wife, Nicola, said it had been a very dramatic few days. He's relieved to be off the ship. He had it quite mild, then it got a bit more serious, and now he's stable again. The fear with this virus is it can deteriorate very quickly, so it's been a bit up and down for him. I don't believe he's in imminent danger now, but it was horrible. Professor Robin May, Chief Scientific Officer of the UK HSA, said that it was understanding that he is doing well. He's going to be under investigation for some time. I'm very pleased he's now in hospital and receiving the treatment he needs, May said. The other evacuees were 41-year-old Dutch crew member and a 65-year-old German, according to the World Health Organization. Oceanwide Expedition said the German evacuee was closely associated with a German woman who died on board the ship on the 2nd of May. Whoa. But the UK health expert has said that it takes up to how many people have to isolate for at least 45 days. 45 days. And so with these 2 people who have come in, actually they got off the ship before the incident of this hantavirus, but flew in, went through South Africa and flew in from there, but they've made themselves they made the authorities know that is what is happening. So we hope that they are isolating. I mean, when they came in, I don't know if they were it's crazy, but I'm not sure how the transmission is done. But well, still on Starr Radio UK, 11:38 the time. Alice, not a real name, says she was covertly filmed by a man wearing smart glasses who then requested money to remove the video from social media. She said she contacted the man who posted the video, telling him it made her feel humiliated. But when she asked for it to be taken down, she was told he will only remove it as a paid service. Alice is one of the many women who have spoken to News Network about the distress they have endured after being recorded and posted online without their knowledge or consent. The BBC contacted the man who filmed and posted a video of Alice. He refused to be interviewed, but in an email said he does not seek to cause distress or harm. How can you just video me and just post it online without my consent? Alice was saying that she was walking into a London shopping center when she was approached by a man wearing smart glasses. She says she had no idea she was being filmed. In the moment, I just thought, okay, this guy is just trying to talk to me, to chat me up, she said. I was hoping that he would leave me alone eventually, but he did actually follow me. The video was posted on social media and viewed about 40,000 times, though Alice only found out about it after a friend sent it to her. My initial reaction was complete shock. She said he had no phone. He did not have a camera directly in my face. That is the scary bit. So yeah, you are looking at me, I'm coming in. Now those glasses have got a bit either here or there that does the filming. And then you remember back in the day, sometime last year, and then people go to town and then you have this person coming and say, oh, you are my daddy, and they create that thing, and people were angry. You know, I did say that, well, I hope that nobody approached me that way, because maybe I would have given them the fivefold ministry. Because in my face like that, I don't know you and all that bit, boy, and you are trying to, nah. I remember myself and Brother Francis laughing over one person that we really know. I'm not going to talk about him. Who was caught up in one of that, and he was like perplexed. He didn't know that it was even on online. And then we told him that, well, this is what we've seen though, and he was like, no. Why? It was bad. It was bad. I mean, virtually they push your buttons until maybe you snap or something. Well, I think that is calm down, and I don't know if that is what the new trend is now, where they are now trying to use other means to do so. But wherever you are, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:41. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, let's move on to some other stories that is making the rounds this morning. Still in the UK, one more. Wow. Parents have been told, control your children or face fines and eviction. Now, parents are being warned to control their children or face a criminal record as part of an after-school crackdown on persistent troublemakers in the centre of Nottingham. Operation View is targeting boys and girls as young as 10 following growing concerns about crime and antisocial behavior. Now, police say that that includes shoplifting, carrying drugs and weapons, and breaking into abandoned shops and offices to throw missiles from roofs. A total of 24 children are now on a watch list, and officers are using dispersal notices to ban troublemakers from the city centre. Now, Sergeant Kai Kemish, who runs Operation View, said some of the children saw getting arrested as a badge of honor. And that is the issue. Now, when we first arrest them, that will have a real big impact with some individuals, and that prevents further offending. With others, it simply doesn't. They like the kudos of having been put in a cell overnight, and they can go on social media and tell their friends that that's where the ones we've highlighted for further involvement is key. Now, I have a picture before me, and you see some of these kids sitting on abandoned roofs and stuff like that. But the issue is, where are the parents? So we know how government is trying to encourage every parent or adults to go back to work. But you see that you have these kids, and you know, the work schedule is so that now when the kids go to school and the time they finish school, that period between when they've gotten home and parents are not there, or a parent might have come from night shift and is sleeping, and the other one is not there. The issue is, what do you do? That's a big issue. But this morning, I want to have your take on that. What do you think is a way forward for us? Do we sacrifice our work and then go and say we want to take care of our children? Or do we sacrifice the children and just trust that maybe talking to them or some way, somehow, the authorities will see to them behaving well? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 16 minutes to the top of the hour. And let me announce the line open. Just look for us via Teams. It is Starr Radio UK, and your voice will be heard. However, like others have done, if you have any comments on the issues that we are looking at, feel free, put them on the platform that we are broadcasting on, and I will read them.
Call the studio now. Call the studio now.
All right then, let's move on to the other bits of the stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Now going straight to the US of A, where President Trump has come back once again to give some assurance, but at times we say that assurance, so it's not a good assurance enough, but well, who knows? Now Donald Trump's pause on a short-lived Project Freedom to guide ships through the Strait of Hormuz, as he claimed progress had been made towards clinching a complete and final agreement with Iran, suited oil markets and sent hopes soaring of a breakthrough. But expectations were soon tempered by the U.S. president himself. Iran said on Wednesday it was reviewing a new proposal from Washington after U.S. media cited unnamed American officials as saying that the two sides were closing on a one-page memorandum to end the war in the Gulf. A source close to mediators in Pakistan said, "We will close this very soon. We are getting close." But hours after posting on True Social on Tuesday evening that he was suspending Project Freedom to see whether the agreement can be finalized and signed, Trump abruptly changed tone. He said on Wednesday morning that an Iran deal was a big assumption, and if it was not agreed, bombing at a much higher level and intensity than it was before will resume. The president's threat came less than 24 hours after U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said at the White House that Operation Epic Fury, the American-led military strikes on Iran, was over. But later on Wednesday morning, Trump expressed optimism in a brief telephone call with the BPS about an Iran deal while acknowledging it had previously proven elusive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right, then. Let's move on. And let me take this opportunity to say good morning to no other one but Bishop Francis Oko, Reverend Dr. Francis Oko Nunu. Yes, he's composed one song for the apostle himself, Brother HB, this morning. So, on their 39th wedding anniversary. All right, then. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to know the time at 11:48 as we plot on and we go on as well there. Ted Turner, a media mogul who revolutionized TV news by launching CNN, has died age 87. Media mogul Ted Turner, who pioneered the modern 24-hour news culture when he launched the CNN channel, had died age 87, the network has announced. In 1980, Turner launched cable news network as the first dedicated rolling news channel, which soon became a central part of the media landscape. U.S. President Donald Trump paid tribute to him as one of the greatest greats of broadcast history and a friend of mine. Current CNN CEO and Chairman Mark Thompson described Turner as the giant on whose shoulders we stand, and we will all take a moment today to recognize him and his impact on our lives and the lives of the world. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we continue, I was trying to see. Okay. There's some message, but I wouldn't put across some information, some news coming pertaining to this Hunter virus, but I'm not going to put it across. Not yet. All right. But the Foreign Secretary Rubio is meeting Pope Leo after weeks of tension between Trump and the Vatican. Trump accuses Pope Leo of endangering a lot of Catholics with Iran's stance. Well, we're going to be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we go on. All right. One other story from the U.S. Canada area, and then we move on from there. Foreign actors are attempting to undermine Canadian interests by interfering in Alberta's separatist debate. according to a news report. The story says actors from Russia and the US are attempting to promote separatist ideas in what researchers behind the report describe as a threat to Canada's democratic integrity. The findings come as proposed independence referendum in the Western Canadian province could face a vote as soon as this autumn. Now, earlier this week, a group behind a citizen-led petition seeking independence for Alberta said that it had acquired a number of signatures needed to trigger a referendum. The Alberta separatist movement has its roots in what is known as Western alienation, a term used to describe the belief by some of the interests of provinces are often overlooked by decision makers in Ottawa. Now, while the push for plebiscite has grown in the province, opinion polls suggest a minority, about 25% of Albertans, support independence. The joint report was released on Wednesday by the Global Center for Democratic Resilience, the Center for Artificial Intelligence, Data and Conflict and Disinformation, Disinfo Watch. It argued that the foreign actors are exploiting genuine regional grievances, such as concerns the resource-rich province is economically exploited through social media, Russian-aligned information infrastructure, and other online accounts. Now, when external actors amplify separatist narratives, normalize annexations, encourage national rupture, or undermine confidence in democratic process, the issue is no longer only a matter of provincial politics, researchers wrote in their report. It becomes a direct threat to Canada's democratic integrity, national security, and cognitive sovereignty. Marcos Colga, the director of Disinfo Watch, told the BBC that ensuring that Canadians have a discussion domestically that's free of the manipulation is key. The social media accounts studied were once known to have previously spread disinformation. So what do you think is the way forward there? It's going to be quite an interesting one, right? It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London as we plod on. In Europe at 11:53, and this is Starr Radio UK. Thank you very much to each and every one of you who tuned in this morning to listen to us, and make sure I exhaust all the stories making the rounds before we go. Well, there was supposed to be a unilateral ceasefire. However, Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia of breaching a unilateral ceasefire announced by Ukraine by launching a wave of drone attacks on several cities. The Ukrainian president said Russia had carried out active hostilities and terrorist shelling, targeting the front line as well as firing dozens of drones and missiles at civilian areas. And they threatened that if should it be that during this time, these 2 days, we have Russia, we had Ukraine attacking or firing at Russia, then there is going to be an explosion in Kyiv, the center of Kyiv itself. So what, are they going to be targeting the government, houses or the centers? The Ukrainian president said Russia had carried out active hostilities and terrorist shelling, targeting the front line, as well as firing dozens of drones and missiles at civilian areas. In the Sumy border region, 2 people were killed when a kindergarten was hit on Wednesday morning, local authorities said. No children were present at the time. Earlier this week, the 2 warring sides had announced viral unilateral ceasefire with no agreement on their terms, length, or monitoring. Moscow was the first to demand a truce 8th and 9th of May to mark Victory Day on Saturday, when commemoration of the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany are due to be held across the country. So, is it that they are looking at the 8th and the 9th, and therefore preceding to the 8th and the 9th, they could do anything, and that's what they've done. This was a proof that Kremlin was more concerned about its parade in Moscow than about the rest of the country, Zelensky has said. Zelensky later said Ukraine had observed that additional rings of air defenses had been built up around Moscow, with systems redeployed from other parts of Russia. Ukraine's foreign minister Andrei Sybiha said Russia continued aggression showed fake calls for a ceasefire on May 9th have nothing to do with diplomacy. Putin only cares about military parades, not human lives. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. Quite an interesting one, a very sad one going on there. But you know what? People have been going to Ukraine, or back in the day, Ukraine happened to be a place or a hub where surrogacy did happen. So you had people, mothers who could carry your babies for you, going through the surrogacy and all that there. However, Karina is 6 months pregnant, but the fetus inside her womb is not her own. The 22-year-old from eastern Ukraine is a surrogate pregnant with an embryo from a Chinese couple, eggs and sperm. At the age of 17, Karina's home was destroyed when her city, Bakhmut, became one of the most fiercely contested battlegrounds in the early phase of Russia's full-scale invasion. Now, with most of the city turned to rubble and ash, she and her partner moved to Kyiv, but they struggled to find steady job or work. It was then when Karina was in a shop one day with barely enough money to pay for bread and nappies for their 1.5-year-old daughter that she decided to turn to paid surrogacy. She says she never would have become a surrogate were it not for the war, which has led to millions of people losing jobs, businesses, surging inflation, and a sharp drop in Ukraine's GDP. At first, becoming a surrogate made me angry and disappointed, but now I've just accepted it, says Karina Taransenko, who now lives in the outskirts of Kyiv in an apartment provided by her surrogacy clinic. She is pregnant with a girl. She will earn between 12,500 pounds, roughly double the average salary in Ukraine, though she'll get most of the money after she gives birth. So, you know, when we jump to criticize people and do all that, mouthing people, and then we end up doing the same thing that we were chastising people of doing, then I get a point, I say, woo! When you've not been in there, be careful what you say. So this is a typical example of one of the things that this lady has said, but it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Okay. Well, interestingly, the cooperation between North Korea and Russia seem to be getting very, very closer. The first road bridge connecting allies, North Korea and Russia, is nearing completion, satellite images has shown. It is a latest sign of a deepening relationship between Pyongyang and Moscow that has seen North Korea troops fighting along Russian forces following the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Now, this bridge will offer a useful route to transfer military goods and munitions both to North Korea and to Russia, said Dr. Edward Howell, Korea Foundation Fellow at the Chatham House think tank. A new road across the Tomen River is located a few hundred meters from the only other bridge between the two countries, a rail connection known as the Friendship Bridge. Well, so, existing rail bridge there and a new road bridge. So the rail bridge is on one side and the road bridge is on the other side. And let's see. Well. Close contact there. Well. This is Starr Radio UK at exactly 12 o'clock. And let me announce the line once open. Call us by our team. And it is Starr Radio UK. Your voice will be heard. And name will be mentioned. You'll be acknowledged there as well. But stay tuned.
Call the studio now.
Okay, we continue with the show. In Asia as well. and specifically in India. A top BJP leader's aide shot dead in violence after India's state election. The story says that the aide to a top leader from the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's party has been shot dead in violence that broke out after election in West Bengal state. Chandranath Rath was the personal assistant to Sovendu Adhikari, seen as the front runner to become the state new chief minister after the Bharatiya Janata Party won the vote. Now, Rat was on his way home on Wednesday night when he was killed. Now, police are investigating, but haven't made any arrests yet. Now, Rat is among at least 3 people killed in the eastern state since Monday when results were announced. Police said before Rat's death that they had arrested more than 400 people in connection with the incident of violence and intimidation. Violence is not uncommon in West Bengal after elections, with clashes often breaking out between rival parties, workers. Now, Monday, BJP marked a historic victory in the state, which it has never won before, ending a 15-year rule by Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress party. Tensions have been higher in West Bengal for weeks, with the election having been conducted in the backdrop of a controversial exercise to clean up voters' rolls that left millions of people off the list. So they would say it's because of that you won. So if we have fought free and fair, as someone would say, well, that wouldn't have happened. But well. Before we go on the African front, let me bring you this one. This is our story. Emotions run high as Australians across the country gathered to remember a 5-year-old girl who was allegedly murdered in the Australia outback. My heart is broken into a million pieces, said a statement from the girl's mother, which was read at the candlelit vigil at Alice Springs near the Aboriginal town camp where the family lived. She was my little princess, my princess who loved the color pink. She loved Bluey and K-pop demon hunters, the statement added. Now, the body of Kumanjayi, little baby, as the child is now called for cultural reason, was found on 30th of April, days after she went missing from the camp, sparking an outpouring of shock and anger across the country. I want you to know how I am having trouble knowing how I can repair my heart and knowing how I can live without my little baby. Adding the statement from the child's mother, which a speaker recited at the Alice Spring Vigil held at Anzac Sports over around sunset. Now, she talked about all the things a 5-year-old loved. The color pink Poppy is playing on her mother's phone, the children cartoons, Bluey and Masha and the Bear, APT by Bruno Mars and Rose, Golden by Pop. Okay, APT by Bruno Mars and Rose, Golden by K-pop demon hunters. She loved playing Minecraft with her big brother. I ask as I move through my grave, let's look up to the night sky and find the brightest star where Kumanajayi little baby is now in heaven. And I ask everyone to take care of our little ones, said the statement. Outside the old timers camp where Kumanjayi little baby went missing the 25th of April, there was a growing tribute of flowers, cuddly toys, and messages in front of the chain link fence on Thursday. May her soul rest in perfect peace. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break. We come back and we'll go to Africa and bring you all that is happening on the African front this morning.
I'm May Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the Make Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. Let's take this announcement and then we continue with the show. Okay, just bear with me as we do so. Now, Women in the Strong Room Conference, shaping tomorrow's woman today. Now, Ambassador Charlotte Odum, who is the hostess or the host, is hosting Chris Swacho, who is international relationships, Rachel Lamond, MBA financial protection advisor, and Councillor Thelma Odoi, Councillor Barrow of Newham. I don't know whether they are also having their elections today, but well, the event is taking place on Saturday, May the 16th, 2026. The time 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. prompt. Doors open exactly at 10:30 a.m. Now, this happening at the Community House, South Street, Bromley, BR1 1RH. And if you want to email Charlotte Odum Foundation at gmail.com or call 077-229-29884, 077-229-29884. Or if you're watching us live, you can scan that QR code on the broadcast and you get all the necessary information that you need. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Moving on to the latter part of this program this morning. Well, there have been issues where we have various political leaders on the African continent who decide, you know what, though the constitution says that I can run so much, however, I have decided that I want to go on for another term or tweaking the constitution to suit whatever agenda that they have. Now, the Democratic Republic of Congo's President Felix Tshisekedi has said he may consider seeking a third term in office when his mandate expires in 2028. Now, Tshisekedi, however, said any extension of his presidency would only be done by consulting the people through a referendum. The law allows a maximum of 2 terms. I have not asked for a third term, but I'm telling you, if the people want me to have a third term, I will accept, he said on Wednesday. Well, I don't live there, and I've not had a lot of reactions. I knew a few people who come from DRC. However, the issue is these ones, would they allow a free and fair referendum? Or if you can say that, well, with the unrest and everything that is going on in the country at the moment, I am of the view that if I leave office, there might be so much. But even that, we need to, there should be a consensus. Because unless, of course, everything, administrating and running of the country is at stake, and everything, we don't have the means to even run elections. Which country didn't have the means to run an election? They said they didn't have the money. And I was like, so you've been there all this while knowing that the election is going to come and you didn't put anything aside for that? Well, he added that the election may not be held on schedule because of the conflict in the east of the country. The M23 rebels last year seized controls of swaths of the north and south Kivu regions, including the key city of Goma and Bukavu. Mrs. Grady said voting could not be organized without the two regions, adding that the timing of the election will depend on how quickly the conflict is resolved. And if you are listening to us or to me, do you think that conflict can be resolved in any way, shape, or form? What do you think? Well, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK at 12 minutes past the top of the hour at the time. The morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? We had the same situation happen in Ivory Coast. We had the same situation. I think what did one happen in Mali or one of them that prompted that coup d'etat that took place there. So this one says, was it Burkina? No, not Burkina Faso. Niger. One of them. If you remember, feel free, share it with me. And this was the issue where the leader decided, you know what, I'm going to extend my tenure. And then when there was unrest and the military decided to step in, they were like, hey, we have to, sanction you because of our ECOWAS body, the sub-regional body there. But the issue is, when all this was going on, you, the leaders of that ECOWAS or whatever this time around, the Eastern African countries or the Southern African country, whatever thing that they term themselves, you were all there. You were seeing what was going on. You didn't say anything. But when some people decided, let's out the government, then we have a problem. So I'm saying that I don't never advocate for trying over government. But I call for people who are involved in governance and people whose voices matter to make sure that, hey, listen to counsel. And if you say you want a referendum as to whether the people now have to change the constitution or want somebody as a leader, you can go as long as you want, then let us all have a free and fair debate and vote and decide on what we want to do next. Catch my drift? Bon. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So going on the African front, and what have I got for you? Well. A former president of Cameroon's National Assembly and longtime political figure, Kavaye Yegoli Jibril, has died at the age of 86. His passing comes just 50 days after he relinquished his position as Speaker, which he occupied for a record 34 years. The local media report that he died in his home village at Mada in the far north region, where he had retired to in March this year. Now, elected in 1992, Jibril was a key figure in President Paul Biya's authoritarian regime and played a pivotal role in Cameroon's political landscape. Critics say that under Jibril's tenure as leader of the House, the legislature seldom fulfilled its potential as a counterweight to executive power. So virtually they were there, rubber stamping everything. Now, one of the president's most prominent supporters under his leadership, Biya initiated and obtained all the reform which allowed the perpetuation of his power. Now, this included the 2008 constitutional reform, which resulted in the removal of presidential term limits. Does it sound like somewhere or something? Allowing Biya to stand for re-election indefinitely. It also granted the president extensive immunity from prosecution for actions taken while in office. You can let anybody kill you. Whereas is there? Well, he's exempted. Well, he's now gone. There's a new person there. And what do you think is going to happen there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So, on the West African front, well, last month's coordinated attacks against Mali targeted the country's junta leader Assimi Goïta, and army spokesperson said on Wednesday. Reviewing the events at a press conference, the spokesperson condemned the attack as a destabilization operation and said the insurgents deployed 2 suicide car bombs intended for top officials. This sinister and meticulously orchestrated plan aimed to assassinate our leaders, Commander Jibrila Maiga, Deputy Director of Public Relations for the Armed Forces, said yesterday. That is why the terrorists had several suicide vehicles at their disposal, the second of which was intended for the residence of the head of state, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, General Assimi Goïta. In neighboring Burkina Faso, an ally of Bamako and fellow member of the Alliance Sahel states, news coverage of the attacks has led to a ban on French TV channels TV5 Monde. The country's High Council for Communications accused the station of disinformation and glorification of terrorism in its reporting on Burkina Faso and Mali. Now, some Burkinabe agree that the media is undermining the morale of soldiers on the front lines in the fight against terrorism. We can't allow those who encourage terrorism to broadcast their programs in Burkina Faso. Tour guide Flor Gugema told Africa News. They will discourage our soldiers who fight for peace in Burkina Faso. Of course, if that is what is going on, what do you expect them to do? You have to ban it. Because if you are insinuating on doing all sorts there, what do you think should happen there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We move on to where Nigeria, where I have a couple of stories there for you, gearing ourselves up to bring the program to a close. The All Progressive Congress National Chairman Nantiwa Yelwatda has downplayed the massive defection to the Nigerian Democratic Congress following the exit of former presidential candidate Peter Obi from the African Democratic Congress. Now, Yelwatda made this known on Wednesday in Abuja during the ongoing sale and submission of APC nomination and expression of interest forms ahead of the 2027 general election. Reacting to the development within opposition parties, Yelwatda dismissed the resignation of about 18 National Assembly members from the ADC to the NDC, describing the movement as politically insignificant. The APC chairman insisted that the current defection poses no threat to the ruling party, stressing that opposition figures were merely moving within the same political space and none of the defectors belonged to APC. He said, if someone defects from ADC to NDC or another opposition party, that does not affect APC. Let them sort out their problems. APC remains solid, and we are moving forward with strong numbers. You talked about NDC. When people join APC, they claim we paid them. But when they defect among themselves, nobody says anything. None of those defecting is from our party. They are fishing from, they are fishing from the same pond. He said there. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, let me bring you this one, then we leave Nigeria, come to Ghana as well. The former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has secured permission from the Federal High Court in Kaduna to receive medical treatment whilst in custody of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, the ICPC. The court granted the request on Wednesday during proceedings in the ongoing corruption and money laundering case involving the former governor and co-defendant Joel Adoga. Justice Rilwan Aikawa, who presided over the matter, ruled that El-Rufai should be allowed access to medical attention for the dental and eye treatment under strict supervision by the anti-graft agency. The ruling followed an appeal by the defense team, which urged the court to permit the former governor to visit selected medical facilities in Abuja due to health concerns raised during the hearing. Now, according to the request presented before the court, El-Rufai sought approval to receive treatment at Mile Dental or Mile Dental Clinic and Skipper IQ Hospital in Abuja. The judge subsequently directed the ICPC to escort the former governor to the medical facilities whenever necessary and return him to custody immediately after treatment. So what do you think is going to happen there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and now we land in one of the best countries in the world. Where to be suffering doomsday and all sorts, right? But they say the doomsday is over and government is doing their best and everything. But what do you think? What do you think? Okay, so let me bring you this. A legal practitioner, Joseph Akable, has described the Supreme Court of Ghana has clarified that persons accused of having affairs with married spouses are not automatically entitled to join divorce proceedings as parties. According to him, the Apex Court held that such individuals may only be joined where they raise substantial legal issues directly connected to the dispute before the court. In a post on X yesterday, the Supreme Court decision in the case of Vida Yabua versus Dr. Stephen Yabua and Mercy Ajewa, the court answered, not always, sometimes, yes, he wrote while explaining whether a person named as the other woman in a divorce petition must be joined to the case. The case arose in April 2019 when Vida Yabua filed for divorce against her husband, Dr. Stephen Yabua, at the High Court in Agona Swedro, alleging adultery and naming Mercy Ajewa as the woman involved with her husband. According to a petition, Dr. Yabua had allegedly moved Mercy from Kasua into a flat situated close to the matrimonial home in Gomwa, Ogwa Krom. Mercy later applied to be joined to the suit, insisting she was not merely a side chick, but rather Dr. Yabua's customary wife since July 15, 2012, 2 years before his 2014 ordinance marriage to Vida. Now, she said she was already the husband's customary wife from 15 July 2012, 2 whole years before Vida and Stephen 2014 ordinance wedding, Akable stated. He added that Mercy tendered photographs of the customary marriage ceremony, identified witnesses, and claimed she had contributed financially to properties Vida wanted shared equally in the divorce settlement. Now, while the High Court allowed her join the application, the Court of Appeal later overturned the decision, ruling that her presence will only murky the waters. However, the Supreme Court restored her as a party to the case and directed High Court to continue with the trial. The Apex Court cautioned that the ruling should not be treated as a blanket invitation for all persons accused of affairs to become parties in divorce proceedings. Well, it's quite an interesting one there, right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have to bring the program to a close for today. It's been a blessing and a joy coming your way. But until tomorrow, when we come your way with a Friday edition of the morning show, you know what? Gotta stay cute, and stay good, and protect yourself wherever you might be. But until then, it's been me, your one and only Archie, saying have a top of the day. We take this commercial break, and once that is done, you wouldn't hear from me. But that'll be it. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Thanks for listening.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 079-61-248-834 or email Dan at gilaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
If you're not using AI properly in 2026, you're already behind time to catch up. I'm teaching a beginner-friendly session on how to use AI in a practical, everyday way. No tech jargon here, just real results. Join me on the 21st of May at 7 p.m. See you there.
It's so delicious. Like when you eat it, we got greens, meat, fish, everything is in there.
And the tilapia fish, it tastes amazing. Softness, moist, and definitely the taste.
The seasoning from Africa. The food is just like back home. From back home. Tastes very good.
I bring the Ghana to England, yeah. Can have what do you call the ampesi, fufu, chosavi, benku, weche, jollof, Ghana jollof. Oh my God, Ama jollof. Name the food when you come to Ama to eat. Ama is not do it for you.
When you come to Amersfoort, you get the best chosavi in the whole United Kingdom, London. Yes.
As you can see, I've got short hair, and I'm going to put it on and I'll show you the outcome. See you in a bit. And this is the result. And as you can see, I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you're looking for someone who can do really good quality extensions, new pop wigs and wigs, I highly recommend Kamina. Kamina hair.
Welcome to African Hill Resort, the perfect location for your honeymoon, conferences, breakfast meetings, and weekend getaways. Other facilities available include spa, rooftop bar, restaurant, indoor bar, swimming pool, lawn for parties, and outside catering. There is free Wi-Fi connectivity for you to stay in touch with your family, business associates, and the whole world. African Hill Resort is located on the Iveta Hills with a panoramic view of whole township. For inquiries or reservations, call 0208 267 501 or 0209 135 196 or 0362 290.
Queen, and something powerful is landing on the 1st of March 2026. The Make You Lounge, where faith meets vibe, where culture meets conversation, and where creativity meets purpose. Broadcasting live from London with strong diaspora root from the Make You Lounge every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Starr Radio UK. This isn't just a radio show, it is a movement. So lock it in, tell a friend, pull up to the lounge, because in the May Queen Lounge, we build legacy while we vibe. See you Sunday at 7 p.m.
Running a business or managing your personal finances? Let GIL Accountancy Services take the stress away. As trusted chartered accountants and business advisors, we help you stay compliant, save tax, and grow with confidence. Whether you're self-employed, a landlord, run a limited company, or a charity, our tailored solutions are built for you. Claim your free initial consultation today. Call 07961 248 834 or email dan@gillaccountants.com. GIL Accountancy Services, your partners in success.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.